Hi everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we will be creating a small project that is a mini project on Task Manager. Let me write it also down what I will be building mini project on Task Manager. And for this, we'll be using C++ with classes and STL. We will use Linux. On Linux, we will use VI editor. And we will also make use of makefile for building the application. And we'll be using classes. In classes, we'll be using basically creating two classes. One is a task and another one is a task manager. So let's start. I'll minimize this. I have my virtual machine up and running. I am accessing it through mobile extreme, or you can use SSH client as well. I'll increase the font. So let me make a project directory that is task manager. I'll go inside it. I don't have anything else here. So what I will do, we will create a proper directory structure. I'll create two directory, one for header file inc, and another one for src folder. I'll see here. I'll create one empty makefile, and I'll also create one. That's all. We need only 3 files here. So if I go inside src, I'll create a main.cpp file, which will be the entry point of our application, and I'll also create one cpp file, task.cpp, and one more task manager.cpp. So in src folder we will have all C++ files. If I go back, I'll clear this. I'll go inside inc, and here I will create a header file for each C++ file or each class, I can say. So we should have task.h and one more file, task manager.h. So here we'll have two files. So let us start by defining classes in header file. So we'll first open task.h. I'm using VI editor. I'll go inside, start typing by pressing I. Okay, I'm in insert mode. Now I'll make a class task, and then in the private section I can have one, since it is task class, it should have some task, should have one name, so we'll call it name, task name. And then status like status is a boolean to maintain the status whether any task was completed or not. And its id, each task has should one unique id, so I'll take unsigned integer for id. I'm using unsigned to increase the limit, and it will store only the positive number. And in public section of this class, we can have a constructor. In constructor, we can pass. We will be passing the name of the task. So whatever name we are passing, we should not be modifying it from the constructor. So I can make it const string. I'll pass it by reference to save the memory. And and what else? So inside this, whatever I am passing, I can say this dot name equal to name. I can say this is I'll just change it for your if it is confused, name dot var. So what we are assigning, whatever we are passing, we are assigning it to the name variable. And then for the name is this, and by default we will set status to false, and for the id, So whenever we are adding a new ID, a new task, it should have a unique ID. So what we'll do, we can maintain a static variable which will be in another header file, and we'll call it like we'll say ID equal to some task ID plus plus. This task ID, I'll do one thing. I'll create one more header file and I will call it utility.h. In that I can just declare this variable static integer. Let's make it we can make it, yeah, integer. You can change it, better make unsigned integer, and it should be task ID. It is a static variable, and so that we can use it in all the functions, and its life will be until we close the program or terminate the program. I will come out of it. I'll go back to task.h, and here I have created constructor for this, and then I should have one function set name to task. Set name, basically this will you will be using this if you want to change the name of the task later on. So it's better to have some set and get methods. So here also we can have this as a const string, and name where, and I'll close this function, and inside this function I'll just do this dot this this is a pointer, so we have to use the arrow mark. This name is equal to name dot where. This is one setter for set name, and similarly if you want to modify the status of the task, like task is completed, not completed, since we are using boolean only, but we can have one set method for that. Set status we'll call it, and we'll say boolean. Here also we can make it as reference variable, and then I can just say this status equal to status where. See, I can give this name as status also, but I'm giving it status underscore where just for the clarity, for better readability. Otherwise on this line we can have same variable, because this will refer to the current class variable, and this the right side one will refer to the one which we are receiving through the argument. So this is setter for status. And what else we can do? Now we have already set, we can have some get methods. So if you want to print or get the name, then we can call it will be returning by string, and then say we get name. We don't need any argument here. So get name, this will just return name, and similarly for returning the status we will say bool and get status. Now I will say return status. So we have created two methods, and yeah, task ID we should also be able to get the task ID. So we can say the task ID return type should be unsigned integer, and then get task ID, something like this, and inside this I'll just say return. I'll go back to what is my variable is just ID. I'll just say return ID. I'll just escape shift colon W for save. I forgot to enable the line number, so in line number I can enable by shift colon SNU, shift colon NU, set NU. Okay, set NU is the right option. So I have added these methods, and yeah, a class should have constructor also. So let's say constructor. We can decide later on what we'll be doing in the constructor, but for now I'll just print a message in task constructor. We are just adding it for debugging. You guys can remove it later on. So I have this class ready, and let's create another class, that is task manager. So in task manager, uh, where I am, task manager.h. Okay, I'll go to insert mode by pressing I. I'm in task manager. I'll start with task manager, and I'll just talk about the private section of the class. So in the private section, how the designs will be, and this will be very basic design. You guys can modify it, tweak it as per your requirement. But then we have, see, for the task we have one task class. So what we can do, this manager will be storing our task in this project. So for that, what we will do, we will use make use of vector. Vector is one of the STL provided by C++, so we'll be using it. And to avoid the memory leak and memory management, we can just make use of shared pointer. We don't need to worry about deleting it in the constructor. And share pointer of type task. So this will be basically vector of task share pointer, and I will name this object or variable as my tasks. Okay, so this will be in private section. We are making this in private section so that we cannot directly access it. We will create some function to add, delete, or modify the task. So for that, I will create few public functions. One basic start function, we can say add task. So in add task, what we can do, so whenever somebody is doing add task, I'll just for debugging, I'll say I am in add task. We can remove this later on, just for debugging I'm using, so we can quickly see what is happening. And inside this, I can just say my task dot so whenever we are adding new task, we will create object of task class, and then we can push. So if I do directly, if I can to save the code less number of line, I can just say my task dot pushback. Since it is vector, I should say pushback. And then I need to pass an object of task. So since it is shared pointer, I can just make use of make shared and task. And then in the constructor, as you remember, in the constructor we were passing the task name. So here I can hard code anything, but better take the task from we can hard code it. But for now, let's hard code it. I'll just say my task 1. So this is how we are adding it. We are adding task to a task vector, and then after adding, we can create one more method like void update task, and we can have one more method like before this we can have one more method, void display all tasks. Basically this will print all the tasks. So how we are going to do is, we can print some debug message here, put some debug message here, and in display tasks. And remember, we have my task vector. We can just iterate it through, and it will help us in printing the all task. So we'll be using for loop here. You can also make use of for each or any other loop. And I'll create one reference to my tasks dot begin. This will point to the beginning of the my task vector, and then I'll just say until I reaches my task dot my tasks dot end. then I say ref plus plus. So this is a basic syntax to iterate through. uh, 1 second, let me close this folder. Iterate through a vector, and then I can just print it using cout statements. Cout, I just say /n. And how to dereference it, since vector is holding the pointer, shared pointer, or to dereference the pointer we'll use a star ref. Then how we want to print it, basically we have, it is referring to an object, and that object has, we have created two methods, right, to get the details, like get task id, and we don't need this here, get task id, something like this, and then we will say, we will give some space, and then we can print task name, or we can do as star ref to print the name. We had we have one method, right, get name, and then after that we can print it status. So status, for status we have we also have get method ref get status. We have get status, and so status, remember, if I'll do one thing, we'll print here only. If, see, it is boolean, but for end user we do not to say boolean something, we just say, we'll check if it is status is true, that means it is completed. So we can put some logic here. We'll put some logic here, like if ref get status is equal to false, that means that is not completed. So I will print here not completed, else we'll just say completed. Okay, so this is how it will print. And then after printing, we want to make sure we are giving one new line character, or better, we can give a new line character here. We can use /n or handle. So this will print a number of tasks with task id, task name, and the status. This is one thing. And let's try to run this code. Okay, and let's run this code. This is using tasks, so we have to make sure we are doing some declaration here. Task class, I don't remember the task class. Okay, it's in small letters. Since we are using we need to include, we are using cout and all, we have to include the header file. So we have this ready, but thing is that we have defined this, we have defined all function here only. So as a better functionality, we should not do that in header file, and similarly we do that in task.h also. So what I will do, I'll copy this, copy task.h to, I'll go back, and src, I'll move it to task.cpp. Similar task manager file to src task manager.cpp. I'll just go back, src and we'll see what we have as our CPP. So we have the definition. Okay. So for now, don't we are not making use of header file. We'll just make use of makefile and src. In src we have all classes and classes definition. So we can ideally I should have created this. I should have declared the classes in header file and defined those classes function in the CPP file, but that's okay. For now, we can have everything in one file, that is CPP. Now I'll go back to main.cpp. I should not have done this. No, I'm basically undoing this thing. It's better I create all classes in .h file for now. I call it task.h. Where I am. Okay, it's in pair. I should go back by one up directory. Okay, so we are good. So if you want to see the tree view, so in INC we have two header file, task.h, task manager.h, and makefile. We have makefile, and then in SRC we have main.cpp. Let's go back to main.cpp and we'll start writing the logic. vi src main.cpp. So I'm in the main. The syntax will be integer main, and then main always should return something. We can return 0 for now, and then here we'll be we'll be creating an object of task manager class, and we'll call it task manager. And then from here what we'll do is we'll make a menu based application. Like we'll have a while loop, and we'll say twice is not equal to 0 in single quote, and then here we can declare one choice variable. Choice it should be char type, and don't keep it by default. By default keep it 0 only. By default we cannot keep it 0, just make it 1. You can use integer variable also. And then while choice is not is equal to 0, we'll display some menu to the user. We'll say press 1 to add a new task, and then say in task 2 we can say update existing task. In menu 3 we can say delete task. I know we don't have functionality for updating and deleting the task in our classes. We'll go back and add the functionality, but for now let me complete this main.cpp file. We'll say for to display all tasks. Then now we'll ask user enter your choice. Then we'll say choice. We'll take the input in choice. Now on the basis of choice we will make use of switch here. switch statement, and in switch statement we'll say case 1 if it is user is pressing 1 add task. So we'll say task, we'll just call the add task method from here. So we have an object for that, task manager, add task, and then we'll break it. Then if somebody presses 2, so we'll say task manager dot update task will break. And if somebody says 3, task manager dot delete task break. Then if somebody says 4, task manager dot display. We can I don't remember the method name which we defined in the task class, but I think display, it is display task, something like that should be. We'll change it. And then in default case, if somebody is pressing presses some other character, we'll just say, we'll just print one message, invalid choice. And then yeah, that's all. And if some user is pressing 0, then we'll come out of this while loop. So this is that. Let's go back to the task manager. We'll save it by pressing escape shift colon WQ. I'll go back to better I go in SARSI folder. I'll go in task manager. Oh, sorry, it is in INC. So I have two files here. I'll go back to task manager. So here, let's complete this class. We added only add task and display all tasks. It should be, I think last time we did a task. Okay, we can change it. Let me change it. Then we should have update task, and then we should have delete task also. Delete task. So you know, right, to identify each task, we have one unique ID, that is task ID. We'll be using that ID to to update the task or delete the task. So if I talk about update task, then we will just, for debugging, we will say I'm in update task, and then we will create one variable ID, and then we'll ask user enter task ID to enter task ID, and then here we can say scene ID. Now what we'll do, now we have the task ID. Now we have to iterate through all the tasks, and if task ID matches, then delete that task. So again, for that, one option is to create one for loop and take auto type reference variable, and we can have my task dot begin, then ref is not equal to my task dot end, and ref plus plus. I'll close it then inside the loop with the closing bracket for loop. This is the closing bracket. We should have one more closing bracket here. This is for this. This closing bracket is for this task, update task method. So I'm inside loop. I'm iterating it through all the tasks, whatever I have. Now I have to check here if how to dereference it. Since it's a pointer, I have to make a star. If dot get, so ARIA will point to all tasks, and each task has one method, get task ID, and if, see, after getting it, you will check if it is matching with our ID which user just entered. Then we'll just say, for debugging purpose, we'll just say task task found or task ID found, and then delete it. How to delete it? That is interesting thing. Now since we are maintaining a vector of task, we can just erase it. Tasks dot erase, and we can just pass the reference. And now if let's say I have a 10 task and third task is matching, and so we don't need to continue with other task, right? So we can just break the loop. Now we'll compile it slowly, but let me complete this. Delete task. Sorry, this is delete task method. Delete task and update. For update also we will have the same logic. I can just copy paste everything from here, select the right click, okay, whatever. I'll just first save it to make sure. Just select from here till here, right click, copy, and this should be update task. Okay, what else is left? Update task, and then here I can just say right click and say okay, it's here. I'll just modify it. It should be update, it should be delete task, and it should be update task. Yeah, enter task ID. Will ask user to update the task ID. Task ID found. Then we don't need to erase, actually. We just need to update the task, like status, like if it is completed to not completed, and if you want to modify the we'll not modify the task, we'll just change the status. So we can just say like cout enter 1 to complete the task, 0 to uncompleted, something like this we can say. And then we can declare one we don't need to declare anything, we just need to take the choice from the user. So what we'll do here, you can just say character choice. You can take integer variable as well, and scene choice is a typo here. And then we'll say if choice equal to 1, then only I will update the task status. So how I will update? Same re, I will dereference it by ref. Then set, I remember we have a set method to update the task, and I can just say set status to true. 1 means complete, right? So since it is boolean, it is true. If anything else, user presses 0 or something else, I'll just say set status to false. This will basically update the status. So we can break the loop, and as usual, so we have code completed, almost everything is there. Now how are we going to build it? So to make very basic makefile, what we'll do, we have 3 files basically: task.h, taskmanager.h, and main.cpp. So what I will do, just I'll create some variable cc for what compiler we are using. We are using G++, and okay, other things I will not write here. I'm just writing basic makefile. So binary name we can say executable exe is equal to task manager dot out. This should be a name. So how to write it, like what is, so our output should be like exe should be producible, and we can just say cc. How to access it, we can like this. G++, and I have src, no, in inc I have all cpp file. I can just say main.cpp or src.cpp. Basically we have only one makefile, but in case if you want to split task classes into .h and .cpp, we can do it later on. And -o, and this will create this should be like this. I'll say, let's see what happens. Maybe in the first in the main file main.cpp, we forgot to include the header file, so we have to use it here. And then include task.h, include task manager.h. Let's see, include those header file, and since we are doing cout here, we have to include the namespace also. There are two things. If you do not want to include whole namespace, we can just remove this, and just before cout we can say std : : that is one more way to save time. Now it's, let me save it. Okay, so it says no such file or directory because it is in inc folder. So I'll go back to makefile and I'll include the path. Actually inc path is dot inc, wherever it is, and then I don't need this. And when I'm compiling, I can specify its path -i $inc. So basically it will check for header file in that path. So there are so many issues. We'll fix one by one because at the time of writing we were not compiling it. So vector, yeah, I'll go to task manager.h. Vector is not defined. I'll go inside inc task manager .h, and since I'm using vector here, at line number, I'll enable the line number. At line number 8, I should make use of, I should include the header file vector for it. Okay, this is one thing, and then again I'll compile it. We'll go to the next one, cout. Where it is? Oh yeah, task.h. We did not include. inc task.h. Here we are using cout. Are we really using it? Yeah. So we have to include the header file, and using, we don't need to include whole namespace here. Just do, we are doing only one time, so we can also do like this. It will save compilation time. This is gone. We'll quickly solve all these things. And shared pointer, yeah, for shared pointer also we have to make we have to include the header file. task manager. Sorry, it should be in inc folder. Task manager.h. So for shared pointer, the header file is memory. For all the shared pointer in C++, we have only one header file, that is memory. We'll go back and we'll try to compile one more time. Just fire and make command. So this time we have less issues. Okay. So I think this method name we have put is wrong. Uh, task manager. What is the method name? Is delete task or delete task? I think since we are deleting on a single task, and we can directly go to line number by doing like this, and case 3 delete task. It should be, oh, a spelling mistake. Spelling is wrong. We'll go back to this error, and 32 end of the input main.cp 32 line number, something is wrong there. So this is switch. Where is the, there is no, we forgot to add closing braces for while loop. Go in insert mode, then type, then come back, escape, shift colon wq, and task manager.h id is not declared in the scope. We'll go to this file, line number 62. We forgot vi. So scene id, id is here, but it is not used. And this is something interesting. Oh, I know why it is showing, because here we missed to put double quote here. Okay, that will be gone. Okay, let's compile it one more time. I'll just fire this command. Okay, we'll fix this one by one. It will show many errors just because of one thing, but that's okay. We'll fix it. Better I clear the screen and then do like this and then make. Okay. Oh, here we got line number. Here we forgot to add one more left angular bracket. 59. 59. We'll do make. Okay, now we have genuine errors. Get status, yeah. So in this file, line number 32, get status is a function. We forgot to use this opening and closing parenthesis. We'll do that. What was the line number? 23 plus 23. Oh, here it is. Insert get a status. Okay. Get name. So make it shared. It should be make shared actually. Oh, that's why. I'll go to this file directly, line number vi, then line number 15. It should be make shared, not make it shared. Typo. I'll do make. Okay. Something else is wrong. We'll quickly fix it. So here also in update task, there are so many issues. Well, don't worry, we'll fix it. Okay, let's quickly see if all C out are fine. Okay. Okay, I'll clear the screen and then again I'll make this separator. And then okay. So here it says C out missing terminator. Okay, I got it. Double quote is missing from here. 23. 23. Where did that go? Go back quickly and see what it is. What it was. Here, from here, update task 28. Here you get it. It was because of that. And I'll do clear make again. Here also 43. You go to 43 line number. Something wrong happened. Yeah, we need to remove column from here. While typing, I forgot to include the double quote, and that is causing problem now. I think something else. We'll clear the screen. We'll do the separator, and then make. Looks like very few things. Few issues are there. We'll just quickly fix some minor issues. Okay. So here it says task.h line number 5 string does not name a type. Did you mean stdin? Oh, I see. Because we did not include the header file. We are using. We have to include the header file wherever we are using. In task manager also, if we are using a string, then I think no. In task manager we are not using. Task manager.h we are not using a string anywhere. I think we are just making use of task class object. Cleared. I'll just separate it to make sure we are not mixing with older errors. Okay, so task string. We already include the header file. 1 second. I'll make some space here, and then again fire and make fire. We have the clear visibility. I'm going up. Okay. So when a string does not name a type, do you mean stdin? Something is wrong here. No, the file is string. I'll go back to this file, see what is happening. So did we miss something? Oh, got it. Because of one thing, you may get so many errors. That is the problem with C++. Now we must have some minor compilation error we can fix quickly. See, task ID. Oh yeah, task ID we did not declare anywhere. Utility we have to include right in enter file. One second. Where are we? We go inc. Did we include utility? Yeah. Touch utilities.h. Okay. And utilities.h. I'll just create a unsigned int static task ID. I believe this was the variable name we have used everywhere. Oh, yeah, task ID, and I have to include this header file wherever I am using. I'll go back. Oh, I'll be here only. Task.h. Where if I'm using here, yeah, I have to include this header file. Utilities. Utilities. I'm making sure the utility name is correct. Are we accessing here? Yep. Let's compile it. We have to. Oh, we have to run. Okay, so now we have only 2 errors. Okay, what is this? Let's see what we have. Utilities. Utilities.h. No such file or directory. Task.h. It should be .h, right? Not bad. Not here. Task manager. Because this is not a standard header file, we have to put .h. Okay, now we are somewhere else. So the good idea is to compile every time. Cout, yeah, task manager 43. This is how we can edit. Go to directory line number. See, I missed these. I was in hurry and I forgot to. Okay, we were here. No match for operator this. Okay, 43, we already fixed it. We already fixed it, 43. Yeah. I'll clear it and then again make. Okay, I think it got compiled. See, you have it got compiled successfully task.manager. So now we have this file. It's time to run it. Let's see what happens. So how we can run task manager dot out. See this add task. Oh, we forgot to say 0 to exit. We'll just add task. What is happening? Enter the choice 1 in add task. It is not taking anything because we do anything. Oh yeah, we are not asking user to enter any task name. By default, we are hard coding it to task 1, task 2 like that. We will display. We say for, you see this, 0 task ID, 1 task ID not completed, not completed. Okay, task ID is 0, name is my task 1 and not completed. Enter or update. No, I don't update the task ID. I'll say -1. I'll just add one more. It got added by default, and then display to ID. See, we will make it look good. Why it is calling update task ID all the time by default? We'll see. Whenever I'm displaying, it is calling update task ID. Say 0. See, it got exited. I'll go to main. Sorry, not main. src main.out. I'll just say here 0 to exit. Okay, now enter your choice. I entered. 1 is to add task, second is to update, third is to delete, 4 is to display, and then okay, then I'll go to 1 2 3 4. I'll go to the definition like task manager, that which is handling all task utilities. So I'll decrease the font for now. Add task, see where we are hard coding it. Better if we, you know, ask user to enter task. It's really better. String task name, enter task name, and then scene task name, and whatever user is entering, we will just say task name. This is better. And so when we are doing display, it was calling update also. Let's see, it is just printing. To make it look good, what we'll do, we'll put one more until here, and let's make it fancy. Task display all, and then in update task, why it is printing. I'm deleting it. By default, this is display all. By mistake we added code for update also. We can delete the code. In display, we don't need this thing. And then we'll put a break line. We'll make it fancy. We'll do some cosmetic changes here. And in update task, okay. Okay, now we'll save it, and then clear, then again make is up to date. So what we'll do in makefile, we can create one clean target, and it should do rm -f. So whenever you want to clean, you want to delete, we'll delete it through makefile. exe, and we'll put a message, something like task manager.out deleted successfully. Make clean, you have to pass the file. See, task manager dot deleted successfully. We'll look into this, why it is printing echo. I think dollar or something we have to make. I don't know, I'm not able to recall. We go dollar at the rate, something like this we do, make clean. Oh yeah, at the rate. So it has deleted the file and we can see the command also which is created. I will do makeup. Now it is giving warning. Warning because we can directly go to line number 4 and then we'll say okay, yeah, it's giving one because extra symbol is here. Then I can make clean, again make. This also we have header file. So line number 3 will delete this. That's my bad. I have typed so many things. Make. It is up to date saying nothing to modify because we just modify the header file. We can clean it and then again make it. It got successfully. So as a good practice in makefile, what we'll do is after compiling this, we'll put a message at the rate echo task manager dot out build successfully, like this we can say. I'll save it, then clear make. It's only up to date because we are just we did not modify anything in the code, we modified only makefile. So to check that behavior, we'll just say clean, it will delete the existing binary and then I can do make. See this task manager dot build successfully. So now we are good. Now we'll again run this utility or our task manager. Now it looks better. I'll say 1 in task manager task name. It'll say visit grocery store. Okay. Oh, there's something wrong. We said invalid choice. I know what it is. We'll go back. We'll just say 0. Something is wrong in the main.cpp. Why it is saying invalid choice all the time? Is looping. Oh, invalid choice 1. If it is not 0, sorry, it should be, it is get choice only, that's okay. It is giving some confusion. I don't know why. I don't have time. I can just make it integer and then we'll make it 0 and then what we'll do, we'll say 1 2. Let's make it straightforward. I'll save it, then again compile it. It could compile. No, I'll just clean it and then make it, then run it like this. I'll say 1 task manager grocery store visit. There is by default it is taking, see, we entered here and then it is saying invalid choice. It is taking something. Let me think over it. It's a minor issue. Anyway, we can add no, we'll not be able to add anything now because we are, after adding one task, it is executing. Let me change it to character and choice 1, choice is not is equal to 0. scene choice 1 2 3 4, and I'm breaking after all function call. Default is invalid choice, then I'll just say I'll just end here. What else did I miss? Oh, we don't need to make it unsigned, just to increase its let me see. Clear, I'll make clean, make it build successfully, task manager out one, the task visit grocery store. Okay, now it's running. Enter your choice one more time. Visit uh, dentist. One more choice. Enter new task. We'll fix it. Why we are getting invalid choice. And enter task name. One more um, car service. Okay. Now we'll display all tasks. So you see here how many tasks we have. We have only 3 tasks. ID with 0 visit. Okay, oh, it's ignoring string after spaces, so we have to make we can do get as visit visit car. So it's all printing everything. After displaying all tasks, there should be a new line character to split this from many. We'll do that thing only. Go to src main. A few more minor things we have to fix, and then we are good. We should go in task manager actually. Task manager, why is not printing? Oh, it should be in inc, sorry. Task manager.h. So when it is done displaying all tasks, basically to make it readable, we can just say, just put 2 line or handle. It's easy. And what about those string issue? Let's see. Vector. Let me go back. Task.h. Okay, this is good. src main. Okay, so we are good. This here as well. Something we did wrong. Utilities. We are good here also. Task.s task manager ypi src main. Choice. Let's see. Task manager. Something should be wrong here. Add task. Enter name, string task name. This is, we are doing good here. Displaying is the problem. Get name. Add task. Task ID. Delete we haven't done. Update task. Let's go back and see in task name, maybe this is the issue. For loop we will not enter it here, we'll just do my task name, we'll just do by default 1. So make clean, make it got build task manager dot out, enter your choice, add 1 to choice 1 1 1. We are not entering because we hard coded that, and then display. So here we are seeing correct one 0. My task 1 not completed, no, so okay. Now what we'll do, we'll try to check other functions like update task twice, update task, this one task id. So we will make this task as completed. So here task id should be 1, status 1 to complete, we'll say 1, and then again we will display. If you see here, no, something is wrong here. Let's delete it task. We know update has some issue. Delete the task id 1, and then display. You see here 1 has been deleted from here. There is no. If we delete one more, task id 0, display 0 is also gone. So update has some issue. Enter task id 2, task id found, enter 1 to complete task, 0 to incomplete, 1 to complete. For or something is wrong in the logic of update, we'll see quickly. INC task manager. A task is working fine, but the space is the issue, we'll see. Update was the issue. Update delete task is working fine. Update task has some issue. So enter task ID, unsigned integer ID, CD ID. If task ID equal to either in task found integer choice 1. Why me? Don't make it character for now. Just say integer choice equal to 1. Then status true. We'll see. We'll do make. We modified the code, but it is not printing. We'll check that later on. Make task manager. So we are hard coding the task name, that's why it's not asking to enter. Then display. So we have 4 tasks, 0 1 2 3 4 not completed. Now we will try to update the task. Task ID will make task ID 3 to be completed, make it completed. Task ID 3, enter 1 to complete the task, 0 to incomplete, 1. Again we will display. So now it is working. So it's working. This update task ID is working fine. Now we will see why add new task is not working. Delete is working fine, update is working fine, display all is working fine. Only add new task we do not do hard code actually. We'll see. We'll go exit and we'll see why after pressing 0 it is saying invalid choice. Let's go to main. Choice. What? We don't assign any value, and then it will ask choice. This is fine, but why this one? How to add an the issue is in the add new task. Task manager. Here. I will try one more time. Just say we'll just say Keras. So Yasin we should not use Keras. Task name let's see. Task name, we'll see if it is working. Make clean. Make let me think how to fix this space issue. Uh, this space, yeah. Why instead of get as why in C++ we have one better thing that is get line that we can use. So why to do that thing? Get line. We can just say get line, then scene. It's easy. It will solve any problems. We don't need to worry about anything. Make yeah, task manager one has a what is happening choice. By default it is taking me a new task. um, One, no, it's because we modified something in main.cpp. It's in src main.cpp, what we did last time. We can by default set some value actually to go not equal to 0. Yeah. Just make it 1 only, because with 1 it was working fine. See, this is the problem with putting everything in the header file. We are modifying header file, but it is not reflected as a change. So you guys can move the classes declaration definition or functions definition in .cpp file, but we can do that later on. So clean vi, then we can just build it. Task manager 1. Something is wrong with the 1 only because of get line, I think. One is add task is not working now. We don't have any task. Task is there, I think. Well, for how many tasks we have? Only Yeah, it's taking some input, but you know it's empty. By default it is taking as input, so we can flush it. I think we'll do exit main.cpp. No, in task manager, the issue was in task manager. The issue is here. Get line. Let me recall what we do after get line. I think we need to flush some buffer. So if we have something in this one, then before this get line, I think one second. Cn dot ignore and I'm just running it one more time. Add task. Here we go. Visit grocery store. One more task. Change car oil. You'll see. So there are two tasks. Visit grocery store not completed, and task ID 1 change car oil not completed. And now I'll update the existing task. 2 task ID is 1. We'll say we have changed the car oil. So 1 is to complete. Again we'll display. So you'll see car oil completed. We'll again say update. We'll say update task ID 0 and we'll say it is also completed. So this is not looking good. We'll just put some space here in the code and then display all. So both tasks are completed, and then we will see display all, update and delete task 3, task ID 1, task ID found in the destruction. Basically we are deleting that class object from vector. That's why its destructor is called. Now if I display, it will display only 1. So two things we need to fix now. The first thing, when we are in update task, we need to make it good, and then it is we are some debug messages we are printing. So that also we can remove. If I say 0 in task destructor constructor, those also we can remove. And this we can look into it later on. Something we are missing, some minor thing. Task manager. We'll go to inc task manager. So update has some problem. Delete task. Enter 1 to complete the task. We'll make it look good. Something will do. And we'll say here 0 to uncompleted. I'm saying it should be incomplete actually. So this is we have, and from the destructor we can remove all the messages. So we'll go to with the destructor of it. We don't have any destructor for task manager. We have only destructor for task. I can just delete it for now. And then make clean. This is, we are modifying header file, but it's not compiling saying out of update, because we did everything, put everything in the header file. As an enhancement, what you can do, you can split classes into .h and .cpp file. In CPP you can put all functions definition as an enhancement for this, which I'm not doing it now. Sorry, it will make clean. Again I'm doing, then let me run it again. One, we'll say visit grocery store. If I display it has only one task, but where it is, oh, we did not display change car oil. Now display 4. So in display task we have 2 items. And then we want to update, we make sure everything is working. Task ID 1, 0 to 1 to complete. And then display, you see this is completed. However, there should be new line character of this. Then only it will look good. I'll just come out. But before that, I will delete something. I will delete task ID 0. It has deleted. Now again, if I display, I should get only 1. So I don't have time right now, and you guys can, you are free to download this, modified it as per your requirement, and you guys can see and how to fix this, why we are getting it invalid choice all the time. That's all I have in this video. If you like this video, I know there are a few cosmetic errors which I introduced while writing the code, but it took more time to fix it. But that is what happens because I did not write this code before. I don't have anywhere saved, so I was just writing it from scratch in this video. Anyways, like this video and subscribe to my channel.